HI, and thank you for returning to Coin Lady channel. An explosive 2025 is on the horizon. Bitcoin will eventually rise above $100,000. It has been more than 7 years since RP last reached an all-time high. The last time this occurred was in 2018. We all know what happened following that coin's market cap, but it all began with a false revelation of the coin's base during a 2017 bull run. They were involved in some corruption. Those who held ownership throughout the period. They made it appear like the price of XRP dropped 50 cents, which caused panic and led to widespread selling. Eventually, the price sank to 17 cents. We have arrived. Present-day XRP prices are 48 cents, 7 years later. It stinks, I know. The pain is awful. Everyone here assumed that by now, we would have amassed substantial fortunes and been able to retire comfortably. However, that is not accurate. We bought green candles while XRP was going up, therefore now many of us are losing money on our investments. Understand it, I don't want you to know how bad this feels. The pain is awful. It is awful. But if you had been patient, had done your homework, and had the guts, determination, and strength this year to stay around and see XRP and Ripple's actions unfold, then you would have known what to do. In either case, you're going to be well off as a result. Sit back and relax. I won't be able to speak, but this episode will show you how we acquired the Garlinghouse clip, which we showed you in the last video but didn't show you at the beginning. Without further ado, let's get into this. In the last day, Bitcoin's price has increased by around 1% to $64,412. Arriving at $3,500, Ethereum is a 0.6%. Over the last day, you've seen DTA and USDC both incoming at their respective dollar pegs. At 0.487, XRP is attempting to enter the 49-cent market. You might have overheard my dog, who's wearing a cone, singing and dancing behind me. He got surgery on his leg. He finds it difficult to relax. I'm absolutely furious with him this morning. As he sobs at me, he looks about frantically. His desires remain a mystery to me. Just get him out of here. Even though he'll feel better after taking his medication and getting some rest, he still wants to make a decision and take on the $2,364,000,000,000 Bitcoin market value. According to legal experts, XRP may or may not be considered a security in New York, while it could be in California. I'll explain why right now. This judge's reaction is thus provided. According to Fred, it is quite probable that we will reach a settlement, considering the little damages and the lack of evidence presented by the jury. To summarize, the court has stated that the jury, and not the court itself, will decide whether XRP is a security in relation to retail buyers on exchanges. In the end, the crypto community must maintain its pressure on lawmakers at the federal level to pass XRP's classification as a security in California, even though New York has not yet done so. Yes, I am aware, aren't you? No more, I'm just a little judge from California who thinks it's a security in Texas, but then New York steps in and says it's not a security in the US after Judge Torres declared XRP not to be a security. Wow, that's it. In a nutshell. Put it in books, bada bing, boom. If you still don't believe me, look at Brad Garland's house. I'm pretty sure you're going to believe him. A lot of people have observed, and some have even mentioned it before. Yet there are following yesterday's ruling in a class action lawsuit against XRP, there have been a plethora of inaccurate and misleading headlines characterizing the verdict. It makes me delighted to know that people are pointing up their deficiencies. It would be great if I could attach all of the tags here. Just so we're clear. This is the pivotal moment when the court rejected every single class action claim and did nothing. Because of the ongoing legal dispute, the New York court's ruling that XRP is not a security stands unchanged. The claims that Ripple had broken federal security rules in any way by selling XRP were all rejected in the California ruling. Regarding the one state law action that is now set to go to trial, the lone plaintiff couldn't tell us whether he had heard the statement before trading in a couple hundred XRP, and he didn't purchase XRP directly from Ripple. Here we see the trolls who, despite their best efforts, attempted to manipulate statements in order to get class action settlements and hundreds of millions of dollars from the US judicial system. Finally, I stand by my previous assertions in regards to any false information. Moreover, I am eager to clarify that point during trial. Guess who's still thinking about this? Some dude, I can't remember his name, bought a couple hundred XRP, the price dropped, and he went ballistic, demanding $50 back. Now he's suing for hundreds of millions of dollars. Whatever. These days, people will sue over everything. From my youth, I recall his prayer, which was said some 1500 years ago, urging me not to date myself. Someone took McDonald's to court over their overly hot coffee. I don't know if it's a shortcut, but there are real people in our world who will sue over anything trivial in an effort to get what they perceive as an unfair advantage. They essentially did little more than attempt to work anymore. A large sum of money is what they're aiming for. In order to avoid ever having to work again, they decided to just stop living. And they will try to sue over anything and everything, eventually filing 40, 50, or 60 lawsuits. Also, I'm crossing my fingers that they find something that works so they can profit from it. That is the way the world is, you know. There's no way. Here Brad expressed it plainly. Guess what? It's tossed aside. The fact remains that XRP is not a security. 4. It's as easy as that. Then this rippling effect occurs. On this week's episode of CNBC Crypto World, Brad Garlinghouse, CEO of Fair Shake Pack, talked about how the cryptocurrency sector is banding together to make a big splash in the US elections of 2024. Subscribe and like my channel, and I'll see you soon.